It's tough. Obviously, we didn't have the start that we wanted. Felt like we kind of came out flat at the start there, but we had a great second period, and we had chances, even in the third and overtime to get that fourth goal, and we even had chances to make it 4-2. But it seems like this year against this team, they've always just been able to hang around, and they get one chance in the third there and they capitalize. But we knew they were going to come out hard tonight, and they did. And unfortunately, we didn't get the win.
Lucic went to the room after the fight, was just maintenance, or?
My jersey was ripped.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how.
Who instigated?
It's mutual.
Do you feel like old times going after the commissary again, though?
It was a little bit of a spurt there. It was one shift, but yeah, I guess it was a little bit like old times, but not that much.
You guys needed 2 points to win the division. You guys got one, obviously a step closer. Is this something you just get the other point, move on, and that's it?
Yeah, we have to move on. Obviously, we would have liked to have gotten that second point here tonight, but definitely, we can take some positives out of this game. We can look over some stuff that we need to work on. But definitely, it's not going to be easy come Saturday afternoon. Atlanta, you never know what you're going to get from them. They've been good against us this year. They beat us twice, and it seems like every game now heading into the end of the year is a tough battle.
Yeah. We had a slow start, and then we kind of picked it up and kind of took over there for a bit in the second, and we let them back in. It was good to get a point, but it was a tough loss.
Brett, another team playing against another playoff type intensity game, starting to ramp up for that time of year. Games like these help? Are they going to help coming 3 weeks from now?
Yeah, they definitely help. We have to make sure we're ready, and these games is ready for playoffs. And, every night's a battle. Every team that's coming in wants to prove himself or is battling for a playoff spot, and it really puts pressure on us to get ready and be focused and battle back. And we've done a pretty good job at that so far, but we have to keep it going.
How hard is it to do that? I mean, they're playing for their lives. They got a sling chance. You guys have kind of clinched what you're going to clinch. And how hard is it to match their motivation and intensity?
It shouldn't be that hard. We've clinched a playoff spot, but we want to continue to climb in the standings and really build and make sure we're ready for playoffs. It's our job to be focused and ready every night. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We have to bring the same intensity and same game level. We've done a good job at that. We just, maybe tonight we didn't have it all night long, but for the most part we're doing a good job.
How important is it, Brad, to have momentum going into the playoffs?
It's huge. Come playoff time, you can't just flip a switch and think you're going to play your best hockey. You have to, play up to that point. You have to build on it. It's almost like you get momentum and you kind of feed off that. So we want to get on a roll here and make sure we're playing our best hockey.
Did you think it was a little spotty tonight for you guys, or it was pretty consistent and you just have to tip your cap to them tonight?
Yeah, they played hard. They're fighting for their lives over there, and they're going to leave it all out there every night. We didn't play our best game, especially at the start, but for the most part, I thought we played pretty solid. We had lots of opportunities, and we had the lead there at one point, so we still got a point out of it, but it wasn't our best.
We were just looking at them what they're doing on the ice, and we weren't doing much, so we wanted to come out in second and play a strong game and maybe get some goals. That's what happened, So it was a good second period, but we couldn't carry it on in the third, and it cost us the game.
Can you take us through your goal?
Just a perfect third, too. It was lots of passing, and then I drove the net, which gave me empty netter, so I got a better dose.
Clearly, your line continues to show that kind of chemistry. What's working? What in particular are you guys doing well?
Just going up there, having fun, and trying to do our best. Trying not to do too complicated things, and we've been playing together for a long time, so we know each other pretty well now, and like I said, go up there and keep it simple.
Great. Can you talk a little bit about Luch? And he got 30 goals, 30 assists, and 100 penalty minutes tonight. Can you just talk about working with him and him being on your line?
Well, it's a big help for me. He can put a puck in the net, and he can win so many battles for me. So I'm really happy he's on my line, and he's playing the way he is this year.
First period, and just overall, kind of get outplayed a little bit tonight.
Yeah, we certainly weren't as good a team as we can be tonight. didn't bring our A game, and because of that, we ended up with just 1 point.
Coach, all year you've kind of had both sides of Marchand, a lot of good play, great offensive development, but also sometimes having to rein him in emotionally. You saw a little bit about that tonight. Probably first how he sparked with the shorthanded goal, and then what happened at the end of the second there that might have left you a little bit upset with the gesture he made.
I mean, it's just those things. He's been a good player for us, and again, his emotions sometimes can be a positive, but sometimes you don't want to cross the line, and certainly don't like that when that happens. So it's just a learning process.
Coach, Z missed a couple shifts there in the second. Can you tell us about it?
There's nothing to report, nothing to be concerned about as far as his situation.
Was it a health thing or an equipment thing?
I just answered the question.
Well, how important is it to have really consistent play in the last week, 2 weeks leading into the playoffs?
That's good. I mean, I don't think we're going to start hanging our heads because we didn't play our A game tonight. We've been a pretty good team, and tonight wasn't as good an effort. It's got to come back on Saturday. We've got to bounce back with a solid game on Saturday and get us back on track.
Able to pinpoint at this point in the year where you have so much to look at what gives trouble in the shootouts? It seemed like that was one area this year that gave you kind of a hard time.
Well, Joe, I think we have to be honest here. We don't have a great shootout team. We've talked to our goaltenders, we've talked around. It's not our strength, and it is what it is. It doesn't matter. We practice it. We've used all kinds of players. We're trying, and fortunately, some teams are better than others when it comes to that. And if there's one thing that we're not a real great team at is shootouts, but playoffs don't have shootouts, so we can live with it.
How did you think Steve did first game back in quite a while?
Did okay. He hasn't played in a while, and I don't think he was any worse than anybody else out there tonight. So we'll call it as okay.
Pretty important to give guys like Johnny the night off. I know you talked about it earlier today, but how important is it going to be to have everybody?
Well, it's a night off more. It's bringing guys in and out, and that's not a big deal just to miss one game. You'll see them in next game again, and that's the decision we've made here to get some guys in their lineup here and let them play a little bit. Somebody's got to come out.
Claude, how did you thought how Ryder did tonight after not playing for a couple?
Well, he didn't play much in the first period because of everything that was going on, but when he was out there, he had some chances, hit the post, and I thought he reacted well. They had a good time in the game, and kind of second period got us going a little bit, and I think there was a lot of little things going on that weren't getting taken care of, and that kind of did the job for both teams.
Tyler did a little pushing and shoving tonight. Did you like to see that, upping his intensity?
Yeah, I don't think it's a matter of him getting into fights or stuff like that. You just want him involved. And we've talked about that all year, about making sure he stays involved and as part of our group. And when there's a scrum, you got to get in there and do your share.